to the Gold Coast Surfers Paradise, Australia. We're in Cavill Mall, and I've already spotted our first interview here. You'll like this one. Let's go check out some of these animals. Wow, they look hot. Wow, this is amazing. Check out these dogs. I've never seen any dogs like this before. We're going to have to chat to this guy. Our first one here in Cavill Mall. It's early still here in Surfers Paradise. Mate, I love these dogs, mate. What sort of dogs are these?
These are Afghan hounds.
Now, I haven't seen many of these really nice dogs. They look like a band. You know, they've got the hair like the Beatles or something, man. They're right in there.
They're cheek magnets.
They would be, mate. They would be. Now, whereabouts do these guys originate from?
They originate from Afghanistan many years ago. They were actually hunting dogs.
Wow, I tell you what, they're so cool, these dogs. Now, how old are they at the moment?
The blue brindle one is about 9.5, and the young female is 2 years old.
Wow. Now, maintenance, I mean, it must take quite a bit of grooming to keep these guys up to standard because they are very trendy and very chic dogs.
Yeah. The salon it was last week, and it was $150 for two of them.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
It's up there, the price. A lot of people actually spend more money on their dogs than they do on themselves.
Exactly. It's more than what the wife costs.
Well, guys, it's bye for me for this first interesting interview with my mates here. And, of course, I think they want to go down the beach already. You want to go down the beach already, yeah? Yeah, he's dying to go to the beach. Guys, let's go out and meet some more people here at Cavill Mall on the Gold Coast, Australia, Queensland. Woo. Cavill Mall, Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, and I have got a very, very special guest with us today. Kaz Plum, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
It's great to have you over here. Just competed in the IFBB Bodybuilding Amateur Olympia, and she's been in the Australian Nationals, won that too, and of course it's a third title she's won. And 2 times New Zealand champ.
Yes.
And you are from New Zealand
I
too.
am from New Zealand, yes, I'm a Kiwi.
We have the trophy back here. Let's get a nice close-up for the camera. Check this out, guys. What a whopper trophy. And, of course, the medal there too with Miss Olympia and, of course, Australian national champion here on the Gold Coast. It's all happening, guys. Now, how was the comp being up there in the Olympia and winning it? How many girls did you go against?
There was 9 in my class, all absolutely amazing standard, international standard. So an absolute honour to be on stage with those girls and to take out that award.
Now, you're looking pretty amazing. I mean, you've, like they say, you've put on a bit of beef because going in the comp they cut up. And how much body fat were you carrying when you were competing?
I would have been around about 8-9%.
Wow.
And dehydrated. So totally different look. Yeah.
Now that's a massive challenge for the body to do that. How long did it actually take you to cut up and get to that position, 8% body fat?
Typically I do a 20-week prep. So I like to do it slow, taking my time, keeping my body really healthy, which is so important, especially for girls, to balance out our hormones. Otherwise, it can lead to problems doing these quick, short preps. So yeah, I do it properly, take my time, eat a lot of healthy foods, a lot of variety in my diet, keeping it nice and clean, good fats, bit of carbohydrates, and a lot of protein. Yeah.
Now, which gym do you train at here on the Gold Coast?
I'm at First Choice Fitness at Broadbeach in the Oasis Centre, and I'm a personal trainer there as well. Yeah.
Wow, so I expect all your clients looking chic and really mean and lean.
That's what we're working on. Yeah, no, they do. I've got great clients and absolutely love my training, love sharing my love of the sport with other people too.
There's a lot of bodybuilders here on the Gold Coast.
There is. It's a great place for the sport. I moved here from New Zealand for that reason, for the health and fitness industry here. It's a great place to be into health and fitness. Obviously, this weather. I can get out in the morning in shorts and a little crop top and do my cardio on the beach. In New Zealand, I was slipping over on ice. I was wrapped up in thermals. It was black and freezing cold. I don't miss that. So yeah, I just love being here, for the industry as well. Yeah.
Well, that's great. Now, one more thing. When you're away from all your fitness and training, what do you do to kick back, relax?
Sadly, I love training in the gym. That is my happy place. I absolutely love it. But I've got a dog. Who I love spending time with, beach walking, and catching up with friends, coffee with friends, enjoying some nice, good quality food.
Now, more comps coming up because you've won the Olympia, or is that it?
I'm having a little break now.
Yep.
I've done 4 shows this year.
Wow.
And I competed in Spain at the Arnold Classic in Europe October last year.
Wow.
So time to give my body a bit of a break now and concentrate on my own business and my clients and sharing the journey with them as well, because that's really inspirational for me.
Well, it's great speaking to you, Kaz. I know you've got a busy day going down the beach and getting a nice tan. Guys, enjoying Capital Mall here on the Gold Coast, and we're cruising up. And guess what? I've spotted something else. Another nice favourite animal here on the Gold Coast, very well known. Let's go check it out. Yeah. Hello.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Bit of a freak
How are
out.
you?
Pete the Surferoo.
Oh, what I have not known that.
Now, you're a local here. The dog's very well known here on the Gold Coast.
It is, yeah.
Tell me, what's her name?
This is Daisy Whippet.
Hello, Daisy. Hello. Come over here and say hello to the camera. Turn around here. Say hello. Check out Daisy, our cute little doggy here, and it is going off. Nice dog. Very hot here today, so she's going down for a bit of a swim on the beach. Now, tell me a bit about Daisy. What sort of dog have we got?
Daisy's a Whippet, so she's like a little greyhound, little fast dog, running dog. Daisy's grown up in Surfers, so everybody knows her.
Wow. And there's not that many dogs like this around.
No, not many. She's the only one in Surfers that we see, so yeah.
Full grown?
Yeah, she's 3 years old. Yeah.
Wow. And what's her diet to keep so lean? We're talking about fitness here.
Chicken necks?
Chicken next.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good, does it?
No, but yeah, if it's good for her and does the trick, hey, that's the main thing, yeah. Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, Cavill Mall, this is the place to be. Lovely animals, lovely sight, beach down the road here. It's all going off. Surferoo, Cavill Mall, Surfers Paradise, Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, going all around the world, and now a privilege to have an 11-time world champion Muay Thai kickboxer, Mr. Nathan Carnage Corbett. Mate, how are you?
Yeah, good to see you again, Pete. It's been a while.
Mate, it has. It's been 10 years. Now, back then you were 2-time world champ. Now, mate, just briefly, tell us between that time and now, what's been happening?
Yeah, I think last catch-up, Pete, was 2005. So I was currently world champion at 82 kilos back in 2005. And in the past 10 years, I went up in 2 different weight divisions since then. So winning world titles in 3 divisions. So I went up and then fought cruiserweight from 82 to 86 kilos and won multiple world titles. And then 2010, went up to heavyweight, remained there and champion for 3 or 4 years, and then just finishing up in the last 12 months.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Now, mate, where has it taken you around the world?
It's been amazing. I've been lucky to travel to many countries, and just the other day I was trying to work it out how many countries I've been to, because in the recent 12 months I've been teaching seminars as well around the world. And the fight game itself, through fighting and through teaching, has taken me to 20 different countries. So, 20 countries and many more to come. So it's exciting.
What a way to go with an exciting sport. Now, before we go ahead with things, can we pass down a belt just to have a look at some of these belts that have been totally cladding his house out? It's not every day you can sit with an 11-time world champion Muay Thai kickboxer going off here. Now, mate, just in the meantime, while we're having a look at your belt and memories, mate, the highlight of your career.
Yeah, it's a quite commonly asked question is there any fight that standed out to you or stood out to you over the time? And I guess in 64 fights over a 14-year career, there's quite a few moments. But if I item it down and really pinpoint it to one event, it was in 2007 when I flew over to Stockholm in Sweden. And there was an 8-man tournament. So an 8-man tournament means you have 3 fights to win the whole event in one night. So you fight, win that fight, go back out, and then within, like, say, 3 or 4 hours, you're having 3 fights. I fought 3 world champions that night, and I won the whole event. About 10,000 people in Sweden, in Stockholm. So it's such a great memory, which also brings me to, we have these young new champions here with us today, because in May 2016, they're going to the World Championships in Sweden, which was the place that I had this memory. And on the same date, May 19th, when I won my fight, is the actual opening day of this World Championship tournament, which goes for about 10 days. So,
Wow, that is amazing. And that time must have been your peak fitness to handle like 3 fights in one day.
yeah, to turn back the clocks, Pete, would be amazing. You know, I was definitely at my prime. Body wasn't feeling so damaged and sore, and I was in good shape. So I was actually the underdog at that time. It was a tournament with no elbows, and I'm specialised in elbows. But I went in there with the desire to win, and once I won the first fight, I said, well, I'm not turning back now. Got to the final, and said, well, I'm here. There's no chance I'm going to the final fight and losing. So I went through and was victory. So it was good.
Well done, mate. 11-time world champ going off. Now, let's meet some of our fighters going overseas. Okay, and our next fighter is?
Tegan Daly.
And just tell us a bit about the lead up to your fight, and are you going to smash it over there for the Aussies?
Yep. Next year it'll be really good because it'll be the first time that I'll be representing in Worlds, representing Australia. So it'll be really exciting, and I can't wait for the prep and all the excitement. And it'd be good to go with all my training buddies and one of my best friends to represent Australia in. Yeah, I can't wait for it.
How long have you been fighting for?
Just over 2.5 years now.
Wow.
So
And how are you handling the tough training sessions with Nate?
yeah, it's hard, but it pays off and it's good. I know that every training session with Nate, it's all benefiting me, and it's so good to learn from a world champion, and it's so motivating and helps me get to where I want to be.
Certainly is. Okay, moving down to our next fighter.
Hey, I'm Josh King. I went this year in August. I went over and fought in Thailand and won a gold medal for the world champs. And now next year I go back to Thailand to fight again.
Well, that's great. Now, how do you handle like fighting with the Thais? Do you train over there with them? Are they good fighters, better than the Australians and the Europeans, you think?
Yeah, I reckon they're better than Australians. They take their time more and settle into the fight a bit better. Yeah.
Well, you certainly got a good coach. And now we're going back to some more fighters. Our lady fighter here, and I reckon she's going to do pretty well. She's got the height.
Yeah, my name is Brittany Dollaghy. This year I went to Nationals and I won my gold medal. I had 2 fights and both hard, and I won them both. So next year I'll be going to Sweden to try and win that gold medal again. I've been training really hard, and hopefully next year all the hard training is going to pay off. So.
Now tell me just briefly, the Swedes, have you studied the Swedes? Are they good fighters?
Yeah, they're pretty good. There'll be lots of fighters from all around the world, so it'll be a good opportunity to see how I go.
Who are you going to watch out for? Who's the most deadliest?
Oh,
I thought you were going to say yourself.
yeah, maybe.
A carnage fighter. Okay, let's go over to our youngest here. Where are you from? And of course, your name, and tell me about your fights coming up.
Hi, my name's Jack Carney, and I'm originally from Maryborough. I started fighting since I was 5, and I had my first fight at 7 years old. I came third in the world overseas at Thailand, and I'm going again this year. So.
Wow, that's pretty exciting, and that's quite a lot of stuff you've done already for that age, mate. Now, where do you eventually want to end up, like 10, 12, and beat Mr. Nathan here, world champion, in the coming future?
Yeah, hopefully I do.
Anyone out there that you is got to watch out for to fight? That's good.
My opponent last year was pretty good, but he's moved up in the age group now, so I don't have to worry about him.
Cool, so he's out of the game, mate. Aussies all the way. Well, guys, we've got all these contenders here going over next year. I wish you all good luck over there. And, of course, Aussie all the way. Nathan, mate, now you've won another little title too. Well known for it, mate. And I think he's transferred over to doing this now. Tell us a bit about this new title that you've won.
Yeah, look, I've handed down the reign of the fighting with my fist, and now it's about the fighting with your looks. So just recently won Sexiest Male Fighter for 2015. So I'm handing over the titles. Tegan, you can please take the championship belt off me. And I'm going to take the sexy title back. So This is my new stance. Besides being an awesome coach, of course, and teaching these young champions along the way, it's all about being sexy, guys.
I was wondering why all these chicks around here, mate. Now I've been answered that question. Well, it was a great pleasure, mate, chatting to you again.
Thank you,
We'll keep in
awesome.
contact in the near future to see what's up and coming with our new champs here, with Pete the Surferoo, Cavalmore, Surfers Paradise, Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, going all around the world. And of course, we've got another special guest coming up right now, checking out that nice dog. Hello, hello, hello. Alex, come on into my sleigh.
I might put him here.
Yeah, sure. Bring her in. Come on up here. Come on. Bit,
Maybe not.
yeah, a bit slippery there with the paws.
That's all right, he can stand out there. He'll be fine.
Now we've got Alex here, our animal doctor, and we've got an emergency hospital going off. Now, we've had quite a few animals on the show today, and it's great to have you here. Now, tell us a bit about how it all works, animal emergency. Can anyone just bring the dogs in, or what goes on?
Yeah, sure. So, we're open 24/7 over the weekend. And yeah, it's no appointments. You just come straight down if your pet's in an emergency. For us, Boxing Day is our busiest day of the year. Because animals have a tendency to eat silly things at that time of year, and so we find that either they're vomiting, or they might not be eating, or something like that, or anything that causes you concern. You just come on straight on down to us, and we're at East Lake Street in Carrara. There's vets and nurses there 24 hours a day, right through the Christmas break.
Now, tell us a bit about the hospital. Is it all self-funded, or do you need funding to look after these animals?
No, our hospital is a private hospital, meaning that it doesn't receive any funding. So unfortunately, that's how it is for animals. There's no Medicare for animals, and so it all relies on the funding of the pet owners. To be fair. Yeah.
Now, with doctors, is there a lot of doctors around that do your job, or is it more doctors needed in this field?
No, we would love to see more people get into emergency medicine, in veterinary medicine. It's something that's definitely a calling. There's a lot of nights and weekends, and as I say, Christmas Day, we're all there Christmas Day working, saving a lot of pets, and so it's something that's really, you do it because you love it, and it's very emotional. We do everything we can to save them, but sometimes that's not possible, and so there's some great times we have when we bring animals through, but there's also some very sad times as well.
Now, for people out there, students that would like to get into the animal hospital doctor,
Yep.
What's the courses? Is it a big uni or college or what?
Yeah, so you do a 5-year vet degree, so it's
Wow.
just a normal vet degree, and from there you then move into specialising in emergency medicine, and that generally takes another 5 years or so. So most of the vets that work with us have done around about 10 years of training.
Gee, that's amazing. Now, can this take you all around the world?
Look, I've worked in Europe and the UK, and a lot of the vets that come to us come from America.
Wow.
And go to America afterwards. So it's definitely is something that's in demand all around the world, and Australian vets in particular.
And now tell us a bit about your favourite dog here.
This is Yoshi. This is my beautiful Samoyed. He's feeling the heat a little bit today. But yeah, he's a 18-month-old Samoyed, so he's a little bit more than a baby. But he goes everywhere with me, so he comes to any of the pet expos and so forth, and helps me kind of demonstrate about pet care and how to look after your pet.
Now, one really basic question. When a person buys a dog, what's the most necessary thing to do to care for your dog when you buy it, like injections and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah. Definitely vaccination is a hugely important thing, so making sure that they have their puppy vaccinations to protect them from the life-threatening
Yes.
illnesses.
Yep.
But also one other thing I would say is really consider taking out pet insurance. It can be a really expensive situation if your puppy has an unfortunate situation to get into an accident or something like that, and the last thing you want to be dealing with is the financial stress of it. So have the vaccinations and the worming and all the preventative stuff, but consider pet insurance as well.
Great stuff, and it is great to have a pet, because they say that for the older people, pets do make them unstressed and
Yeah.
live a longer life because their love for the animal.
Absolutely, and even children. It's been shown that children with pets have higher self-esteem, and generally tend to be more empathetic. So there's benefits for kids, for really all generations to have pets. So.
And another really, really important thing, guys out there watching, 2016, just around the corner. Make sure you do look after your pets. Don't lock them up in the car, all that heat. And if there's those people out there that feel to be mean against their animals, please hand them into an animal shelter care. If you can't handle them anymore, don't drop them off in a bush or something, because, I mean, they are animals, they're great things to have, and don't be cruel to them, eh? What do you reckon?
Absolutely. We have a lot of good Samaritans that drop animals into us, and we'll take animals anytime. If they're injured or anything like that, then we'll look after them. And if not, then the RSPCA also helps us with any animals, any stray animals as well. So.
We're back again with some lovely girls here from Surfers Paradise Beach, all the way from
Brazil,
Scotland,
France.
Wow, what a mixture. All having lots of fun. Now, guys, have you been to the Gold Coast, enjoying it?
yes, a lot.
It's awesome.
It's fabulous.
How long are you guys staying? Are you staying over Christmas, New Year?
Yeah, we've been here for 3 months now and
Wow.
staying until New Year.
To New Year. And does the visa run out then, or are you moving on up north?
No, going to Sydney for New Year.
Cool. It's good to see you guys travelling all over Australia. How enjoying it?
It's great. So much better than Scotland.
Favourite part of Australia so far? Gold Coast?
Gold Coast, yeah. I've only been here in Brisbane, so...
Good stuff. And where's home in Brazil for you? Sao Paulo?
I don't know.
Where are you from? Sao Paulo?
Yeah,
Yeah. Is different, the same?
it's very same. It's very like yeah.
You love beach.
Yeah, I love beach.
Nice and brown guys. Well, okay, guys, let's go over to Our Lady in France. Now, what do you do in France for enjoyment?
Sorry?
In France, when you're not doing anything and relaxing, like going to the beach here, what do you do in France?
Oh, shopping, work. It's a very busy city.
Yeah.
So here it's more quiet.
Are you from Paris?
Yeah, I'm from Paris.
Wow.
Yeah.
And have you been to the beaches of France and gone surfing?
Yeah, in the south of France, in the southeast, you don't have like surf spots because it's very quiet. But if you go to west side, you have a lot of surf spots, so it's good.
Have you tried surfing yourself?
No, I love bodyboard, but surf, I never try.
And what about yourself?
Yeah, I've been learning. I've got so many bruises.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Oh, no. Look at this, guys. Wow. Now, you know that we've got our three-time world champ, Mick Fanning. He lives here on the Gold Coast. He just lost the big one against one of the guys over there in Hawaii. From Brazil, yeah. So Brazilian is the champion now, world surfer, eh?
Yeah.
He beat our Mick Fanning. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, hope you enjoyed that little chat with our girls here from all over the world. Welcome back, guys. We're here in Cavill Mall again, and we've got Kathy here all the way from Melbourne. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
How are you enjoying the Gold Coast?
I absolutely love it. Love the people, love the food, and love the weather.
Now, I've heard you've experienced something pretty outrageous here. I haven't done it yet, but I think I might venture up there. Tell us a bit about what you did and your experience up there.
Well, first of all, I'm a bit crazy and I have a bucket list. And one of the top items on my bucket list was to face the fear and do it anyway. I'm mortified of heights, but I climbed the Q1 Tower, which is I believe, the tallest building in the Southern Hemisphere. It involved getting dressed up in a jumpsuit and being harnessed up and climbing all the way up and doing various options, such as leaning out, leaning back, and even stepping out.
What was it like hanging over the side?
Really scary. I think at one point I had my eyes shut, but it was when I opened my eyes, it was actually breathtaking views of the whole Gold Coast.
Well, that must have been pretty amazing.
It was, and the best part was that because I faced my fears and did them all, I left feeling like I was on cloud 9, and that feeling lasted for days.
Well, that's great. And another one of your ventures coming up soon is?
Oh, another one of my ventures. Well, I did one yesterday. I've never been to a water park, and I've never ever been game enough to go down a water slide. So I did that yesterday,
cool.
And I absolutely love that too. So.
Wow, so we're really having lots of fun here on the Gold Coast. It's Merry Christmas to everyone out there, and a Happy New Year coming up pretty soon. It's good that you're having a great time here in Cavill Mall and on the Gold Coast. Guys, we're out there to check out some more people here at Cavill Mall.
What? That was cool. I'm excited. Get ready right now. Pete's special guests have arrived. Here's Pete's Special Guest Adventures.
Hey guys, Pete the Surferoo here. Got a real special one for you now. We've brought the Outback Spectacular to the Gold Coast here, right on the beach. We're going to check out this huge jigsaw bull and some horse riding right here in the sand. And of course our man Mr. Lockie's going to show you all about what's happening here on Surfers Paradise Beach, Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. Check it out all the way, Pete the Surferoo, yeah. Hey guys, and welcome to Pete the Surferoo. No horsing around, this is no bull. We're live on the beach with an Outback Spectacular. We've got the man himself, Mr. Lockie here, mate. How are you?
Going good, mate. We're having a ball down here at the Gold Coast, come down from Longreach, Queensland, Australian Stockman's Hall of Fame and Outback Heritage Centre, putting on shows here on the beach for the public to come and have a look.
Jigsaw here, now he's got a bit of a past.
Oh, Jigsaw's, he's been with me for about 10 years. He actually lives at Longreach now at the Hall of Fame there. He appears 6 days a week and 3 nights a week in the Outback Stockman show out there.
And how much does this big fella weigh?
We weighed him back at the show, so back in May, and he was just over 1,000 kilos.
You're kidding. Now, you travel all around Australia doing what you do here on the beach?
Up and down the eastern seaboard. We travel, sometimes we go right down to Hobart and then back up and through the middle there, promoting the show, promoting Longreach.
This ain't a job, it's a way of life. Working across the country from the Gulf down to the Bay. Out on the land, daylight till dark. This ain't a job, it's a way of life. Breaking horses, working dogs, mustering cattle. Out west you'll spend some big days in the saddle. Come up and sail, hang the tails and send them away. From the roads ain't send them off the sail. This ain't a job, it's a way of life. Working across the country from the Gulf down to the Bay. Out on the land, daylight till dark. This ain't a job, it's a way of life. This ain't a job, it's a way of life. There we go, thank you very much everyone. We've got that audio there.
I know it's a busy day for you. The boys here want to get in some shades. Pleasure talking to you.
Thanks very
much. All
much.
the best with your travels.
Good on you.
All the way.
Thanks
Pete
for having
Surferoo, yeah.